off the backboard, catch it in 360 from the dotted line with two hands, Hinkle Fieldhouse. And
yeah, I seen that too.
It was one of the few times I said, damn, somebody can do something I can't do. Wait a minute. And it inspired me to get better. We got two legends right now with us. And right now I'd like to find out if you remember this guy right here.
How could I forget DB, baby?
Do you have any classic DB stories?
I have no classic DB stories, though.
Okay.
No.
Well, listen, I know somebody that does. We got Mr. State Champion Ricky Buckley about to get mic'd up and confirmed and come on up. And Ricky, if anybody doesn't know, as we talk about, let's talk about this real quick as Ricky comes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your top five.
All right.
Let's talk about your top five warriors on the court. Who would you go to war with? Like, just as far as total beast for the win, regardless of skill. The big buck list.
The big Buckley list.
Yeah. The intangible, where if you didn't have him.
Shit, I gotta put their old teammate on it with Buck.
Who?
Mike.
Where? Green light am I on? Where? Green light am I on?
Now listen.
What's
We
my?
got D Backs in
I
there.
know D backs.
Now I, for one that knows that you've gotten to know a lot of hoopers. They want to talk about the Thomases,
Okay.
which is phenomenal. They want to
Okay.
talk about the Moseys, which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
They want to talk about the Mees, which is phenomenal.
Yes.
But at some point, you've seen something beyond phenomenal. You've witnessed the supernatural.
First of all, I gotta give DB his flowers
Appreciate it.
because as long as I've played basketball,
Let's
and
talk
all
about
the players I done
supernatural.
played with, supernaturally, Gardner, Thomas, Kincaid's, Eddie Brown, all of them. This is the only point guard that I've ever played with
Yeah.
that had 100% game, 27 points, about 11 assists. I was in the game with him.
You said
I couldn't believe
100%
it.
game meaning what?
100% game meaning he didn't miss. Never seen it. But I'll give it to him, and I've always said this. I said this is one of the best point guards.
I mean, was he on just scrubs? Was it difficult
these were no
attempts?
scrubs.
What was going on?
These are sound
Yeah.
guards. Okay, you can't play a whole game with somebody. You know, as a big guy, you expect to get the ball. You know what I'm saying? Hope the guard is going to create for you and get you some shots. Right? I'm a rebounding machine.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's what I do. So this particular game, I'm playing with DB, and for some reason, he's hitting the three, but he's coming to the lane getting me dimes. So I'm like, okay, let's keep it going. I'm hyped because at this point, I know that a guard is, well, that's what a guard's supposed to do. A guard's supposed to get you the ball if he can. If you open and a good guard can break down the defender and to get your big man involved, that's who you want to play with. So this whole game, I'm getting dropped off by DB.
I mean, what is it? Is it ping?
Man, it's crossover.
Is he just dropping or is he?
It's crossover to the rack. It's pull up. It's three ball. It's
How's he getting it to you though?
he's getting to me, breaking defender down, dishing, looking the other way. I'm smacking glass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what smacking glass was and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm smacking glass.
Everything.
You feel me? But I'm so excited about playing with him because it was like, damn, when can I play with him again? You know what I mean? But you know, we only played in the summertime.
Hold on, so let's stop there. It just got deep. So now so now break down. So you got his performance to base this off of. Now break down from those skills, right?
Yeah.
And those characteristics. What made that what was there that maybe even Chris didn't have since you've been able to go eye for eye? Because obviously you only got this story about one man. So at what part was something just a little bit different?
Okay, the difference between a CT and a DB.
I'm talking about on this supernatural performance, because we phenomenal, but
okay,
now what's
okay.
this supernatural?
I think what was the difference that day was that I could see the eye of the tiger in DB's eyes. It's hard to, you know what I mean? Some people just don't have the eye of the tiger.
Chris did.
Chris had the tiger.
You the motherfucker like
He did have, no, he had the eye of the tiger. I'm not going to say he didn't, but I'm talking about as far as breaking down the defenders and having like the goal to get the big man the ball and to get me in the game. He had a different eye. Chris, when I played with Chris.
But you're talking about the eye of that, but the eye, the whole stories about this 100% game.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that eye.
I don't know where that eye came from. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've never seen no shit like that.
Right, okay.
So it's a little different. I've seen Chris miss. I've seen Chris hit ups and downs. You know what I mean? That's my guard. But I've never seen this.
Right.
So, and I still haven't seen it to this day. And I've been playing ball ever since. But it's just the fact that, you know what I mean? You know whose game that I get DB, that when I watch in the NBA, you know who I think of when I see this guy play?
Who?
When I say that's DB's game.
Who?
Jamal Crawford. You ever watch Jamal Crawford play?
That's special.
Yeah.
You see Jamal
It's hard to
Crawford
go
and his handles, his irky jerk
for
game. To this day, he really got blackballed. He still should be in the league.
Right. He was a true though.
His last game, he probably had 45. Last game.
Crawford was the dude.
Man,
But his game reminds me of DB.
I can agree with that.
I
Because
like
only
that.
reason you wouldn't put it on that is because you would look at the NBA and say what level he is on to the greats versus the greats of the neighborhood. So then it might not add up to that. But in reality, if you just look at the skill and you'd have put him head to head with any of the greats, you'd have felt out that day he was hitting 50 regardless.
Yes.
Now, with that being said, I'm glad you brought that up. Crawford was going to hit 50 regardless. You had the game to hit 50 regardless. What was the difference between you and Crawford?
I don't know. I can't even explain why I wasn't aggressive enough at this point. And right now, I don't know. I should have been. And like I told you, my mama was telling me I needed to be more aggressive. I should have done. I didn't do it. But I figured I should have been easily averaging 20, 21, 22 points a game. But just we didn't do it. So I can't never say it was nobody's fault but my own.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
DB, I was listening to the conversation. We were talking about our encounter at Warren. Great game.
You remember it?
Oh, somebody got banged on, didn't they?
Was it
But
Took?
remember that guy? That game was real good, man. Ronnie don't remember it.
Was it Took? Or
Was it?
About who, Boss
I don't know.
or JD?
It might have been. I don't even want to say that because I don't know who it was. Did you hear about that? I don't remember.
I might be getting them mixed with LC or somebody else.
Yeah, I ain't
can't
gonna talk
remember
about the bang.
Yeah, I can't
But I'll
remember.
talk about the game. The game was as good as it's gonna get in the county.
Yeah.
Because after we, and I'm not to say that, hold on, not to say that you guys weren't great, but after we beat their ass, because we wanted to, no, I gotta say this, I have to say
They did beat. I remember.
after we beat their ass, because Murray was telling me before, he was like, man, he said something about, what was it that you told me the other day? You talked to me about what we were thinking that day in the game. Versus,
I've talked to.
you talked to
your
a bunch of my teammates. And
Right.
what did you tell me the other day? They said, and I'm gonna tell you what I said. Go ahead.
Okay. Well,
Bring it up.
Just like what you said, going to Warren and whatnot, we came in, finally had made it to a place where we had the patent leather Jordans and all the top-notch gear. And just like you said, as they sitting in the crowd, like you said, Coverdale walked through, we was walking through like that. You had the audacity to grab the balls and start shooting at halftime,
Right,
fading away. And it was a lot of them that made them feel a certain way.